grabbing. This is materials that I use in putting together these planting of bonsai. This one I'm doing right now. This tree is can be planted inside a car, so it looks like the tree is growing up through an abandoned automobile.
What kind of dish is that?
Well, I'm not sure. Looks like it might be an old planter.
Well, that's neat.
This particular one has no markings, no manufacturer.
Looks old.
It is old. You can see the patina cracks. I prefer to use antique Japanese ware, something like this.
Is that a Goodwill sticker?
It is a Goodwill sticker. I usually buy secondhand. I tend to buy Japanese porcelain, and I buy secondhand, and I like to buy pre-war.
And look at all this stuff. Quite the collection. Can you tell us about some of that?
Well, I like to do bonsai,
Yeah,
and
you could tell that.
I have a few trees. They are planted in various things from teacups to this is a lid off a coffee creamer container. You can use just about anything to plant your trees in. It doesn't have to be expensive. Here's a pear tree that's planted in a little saucer with a fern and some moss. This is a maple tree planted in a serving bowl with a fern and some moss. Hang on just a second. This oak tree has I'm not sure what kind of dish this is. I think it's just for more decor than anything else. Inside the dish there's a floral pattern, and you would display this on your coffee table or end table, maybe put a few candies in it for the holidays. So this oak tree lives in that, and it has a little decorative piece. I'm not sure how old it is, but it originally came from Grand Coulee, and I picked it up because that's where my youngest son was born. He was born down at Grand Coulee Dam. This is a serving dish. Has a little oak tree in it. I like cats, so I pick up little porcelain figurines of cats to sit about a lot of my bonsai. Most of my trees I just plant in different things. I like to plant them in teacups as well. This is a teacup ensemble. I have a handful of oak trees because where I live, the squirrels make sure that oak trees grow plentiful. We also have quite a few maple trees in this area. Here's one that I did where I made a circle-shaped oak tree. This tree grows in a little creamer pitcher. This is a plate. There's 2 trees here. One here, one here. This mountain that divides the 2 sides is a chunk of concrete that I picked up. And there's a tank here fixing to snipe somebody. I have a few teapots. I like to grow trees in teapots. A few different types of trees. I have, like I said, quite a few oak trees. This one, I can't remember the name of it. I just picked this one up off, growing off a tree stump down by the Toutle River. This is it's considered a Yamadori, a natural bonsai collected from the wild. This grew this way naturally in the wild without training by hand. And it's in a Japanese coffee pot. Still has the plug. You could literally plug this in and brew coffee in this still. In this serving bowl is an oak tree. This is a live oak tree that was cut back and discarded out of the area that it was living in, and I decided to give it a chance to grow as a bonsai because I think it'll do well. Its sister stump grows in this pot down here, right here. It probably won't sprout anything till springtime, but it lives in this pot here with ferns and moss and a few bulbs that'll come up in springtime. There are, and like I said, various types of trees that live here. Here's a fir, Douglas fir. There's some holly right here. Maple, oak. Various types of maple grow here. A couple different types of oak. This little guy right here is an English hawthorn. Right next to it is an evergreen blackberry. This is a trumpet vine right here. And I don't know what this tree is.
Bro, grab the ball.
Down here you got more supplies, huh?
I do have some supplies. Right here in this pot is a Cascade Douglas fir. Let's set this up here so you get a better shot. It's hard to see with there's not much of a background to showcase anything. This lives in a pot with a couple of ferns and various types of moss.
And the grocery cart.
So that is a calorie pear. Hang on. And this is in a maple leaf bowl. The town I live in is known for having discarded grocery carts all throughout the city. And as I was looking online for little items to showcase in the pots, I came across some miniature grocery carts, and I thought, hey, that would be cute.
Tell me you live in Longview without telling me you live in Longview.
Well, there's that.
Grocery carts.
So this little tree has a grocery cart in its pot, and yeah,
Pretty cool.
all throughout the city you'll find turned over grocery carts everywhere. There's a book called Grocery Carts of the Pacific Northwest. I want to buy it just to see it. And I'm going to clear this shelf off right here so you can step on it. Can you stand on this part without me having to move this up here? There's all different types and styles of, back in that back corner is a bird's nest spruce. And there's some maples and oaks. And some little pine trees and oaks. This little guy was growing off a stump next to the Toutle River. These are air roots, so I left them out of the soil to continue to grow the way they were growing. This tree is going to be trained with a bicycle growing in its stump, like the bicycle that's famous on Vashon Island growing that way. This tree is a burning bush. It was sprayed with a chemical earlier this year and it's lost its leaves, and I'm hoping that the plant itself will recover good. The stump is still alive. This is a Chinese yew.
Okay, I'm off balance. Well, thanks for letting me see your hidden garden, my beautiful wife.
You're more than welcome. We'll have to do it again sometime when it's a little more organized. Right now I'm in the middle of fall cleanup, getting ready for winter. The trees are about to lose their leaves, and I want to make sure everything's settled and everybody's winterized, and I'm hoping I don't lose a bunch of trees this winter. Last winter was pretty harsh and I lost probably 40 trees. I don't want that to happen again.